Good morning, family. How are you doing out there? I am doing fine. This is my first podcast. I've been deliberating about doing this for a long, long time. And I finally decided to do it because, everyone has a story to be told. And if the truth was to be known, I learned a lot from other people's story on YouTube out there. Some things I didn't even know was possible became possible in my life because you all shared your story. So here am I, and I have decided to keep it as real as possible because when I am myself, I be myself. No one can take that away from me. I'm just being myself. This podcast is entitled Journey with Us because it's going to entail me, Neslin, and my family sometimes. And it's going to be just me alone and you together, just chatting and remembering, going back in our memory box, remembering certain things and sharing it, and just keeping each other's company. I don't know if you remember your first time going to anywhere, like something major, like moving to a new city, a new country. Well, I remember my first time, and that was doing my filing to come to Canada. I put it down so many times. I took up the papers, the documentation, and then I discredit myself before I even try. I would look at things like, I'd say things like, I won't get through, I don't have a degree, people I know around me all have a degree, who has gotten through, they have more experience than me. I didn't finish my diploma at the time then, my business administration diploma then. I need to go finish it first before putting in my application. Lots of negative keep coming in my mind, and also the fear of the unknown. Despite coming to Canada about 10 years prior, it was in the summer and it was very cold for me. I didn't have the right gears for that matter, but I did love the country. I fell in love with the cleanliness of the country and also the people, the parks, nature, all that greenery, and I just love it. But when I went back home, it was business as usual, and you fall back into place and you forget about that beautiful place that you have come because you only came on a vacation. And in my mind, if I were to do a filing, what would I be doing in Canada? All my family was back home at the time. That was in 1992, 93. Fast track to 2002, I decided to apply. And the same negative voice in my head came back. No degree, you didn't finish your diploma, you're not going to get through. A friend of mine took the forms to me after I deliberated, and we decided that if you get through and I don't get through, then we're not going. Childish thoughts, childish thinking. But it so happened that she was in her very, very good job, and she didn't have a family to take care of or to think of. She lived with her parents. I was on my own, had a family, a young family with my husband, and it was very hard for us. So we needed a way out. We needed a way out to make a better way for our children, a better life, we say, for our kids. So I finally decided to take up the form and apply because I'm a very spiritual person, and I used to look in the scriptures for guidance to know what to do. I used to play this game where I would open my Bible and read a scripture, and hopefully it would be hitting the nail per se on the head to know what direction to go in. And this day in particular, I took up the Bible, opened the scripture, and it went on Proverbs 31, verse 21, and in that it says, "A virtuous woman, she is not afraid of the snow, When saw that, I knew that I had to apply, because right there and then I didn't even know that snow was in the Bible, and it was mentioning snow and not to be afraid of the very thing that kept me thinking that I could not do well in Canada, and also where my education is concerned. I always keep putting down myself, not knowing that your job experience count, years of experience count, maturity count. And also, as I go along in putting in my application, I decided to go back to University of the York. Why am I saying York University? I went back to UTech and finished my business administration diploma so I could get more points, because it was based on the point system. Why am I saying all of this? Somebody might be out there that has a major move to make, and they're discrediting themselves, just like I did before. I discredited myself because I looked around at other people and their journey and say, I'm not there yet, so I shouldn't apply. I was even told by someone who was dear to me, someone near and dear to me, that, oh, you need a degree, Nestlin, to apply, because she had applied and she had a degree and she got through. Another friend of mine who encouraged me very, very much was my dear friend Marjorie and her husband. They had years of experience but no degree, and they got through prior to me, a year before me. So that my case was strengthened, and I decided to do the filing. Along the way, I went and picked up French because they moved the bar. It was 65 points at the time when I started out, and for some reason the bar went to 75 points, and I knew that if I did not go and get some more education for that matter, I would not have made it. Needless to say, when I reached the counselor, those points that I thought I had in French did not qualify me because it was basic French. And since then, I've not looked back on my French. I've continued with my passion to learn French, and I've used Duolingo. And also, remember, along the way, you may have challenges, you may have thoughts that you don't qualify, you won't get through in this life, but just keep educating yourself along the way and apply. You never know where God is leading you and what is out there for you. So as I said before, this is my first podcast, and I'm taking you on this journey along with me, along with my family, and we're going to see where it takes us, because where God guides, He provides. I have no regrets coming to Canada. It has not been a smooth sail journey, but along the way, God has been with us. He has opened the doors for us. Many ways, sometimes we take what we others throw away for a job and we turn it into something. We take a mess and turn it into beauty. You can do it too. Just continue to educate yourself. Look at the skill sets you have, upgrade them. And if you wish to come, the door is always open for more applications. So never put yourself down, but just keep on improving on yourself, and there will be a way. While there is a way, while there's the will, there is a way. While you have a will, there will be a way. See, I'm here today, and having put off this podcast, I've put it off for so many days and so many years. And here I am doing my first one today. I know I'm a little stiff today because it's my first time, but nevertheless, as you go on the journey with me, it should get easier. Can you remember, my dear family, the first time going to somewhere, a place, and how you felt? Did you feel like me? Did you put off the journey because it was such a major journey and you thought you would not make it if you got there? Well, think on those things, look on it and see that, we continue to move on, because never discount yourself before you start the journey. Okay? Walk good until we meet again. God bless you all. Bye-bye.